Chosen one, stop everything you are doing right now and give this moment your full attention. This is not just another random message. This is a divine, life-changing moment that has been carefully orchestrated for you. What you are about to hear is not by accident, and it's not a coincidence that you've stumbled upon this message. You were meant to hear these words right here, right now. In this very moment, everything is aligning in your favor. There is a spiritual shift taking place, and God is about to reveal something that will forever change the way you view your journey. It's time for you to realize the significance of where you are, and more importantly, the significance of who you are in this moment. So pause, take a deep breath, and open your heart to receive what is about to unfold. This moment is divine, and it's for you. You've been on a journey, one that has been filled with challenges, struggles, and periods of waiting. It's felt like you've been overlooked, misunderstood, or even forgotten at times. But I'm here to tell you that nothing has been wasted. The struggles, the setbacks, the silence, everything you've been through has been preparing you for something greater. And now, everything is coming together. You've reached a pivotal point in your journey, a moment where everything you've experienced is about to make sense. Your attitude, your character, your resilience. It has all been noticed, and it has left a lasting impression, not just on people, but on the heavenly realm itself. This is not just about you and your personal victories. This is about a divine setup that has been years in the making, and now God is about to unfold something that will take you to new heights. I know that you may have wondered at times if anyone was watching, if anyone understood the silent battles you fought, the prayers you've whispered, the moments when you felt so alone. But I want to reassure you that you are seen, not only by God, but by the heavenly beings who are sent to watch over you. Your perseverance, your strength, your unwavering faith in the midst of trials, God has taken note of every step you've taken, even the ones no one else saw. And it's not just God who has been watching. Even Archangel Michael, the commander of the heavenly armies, has been observing you. Yes, you heard that right. Archangel Michael, the one who has led countless battles in the spiritual realm, has paused and turned his attention to you because of the attitude you've demonstrated in the face of adversity. Your grace under pressure, your ability to choose love over hate, peace over chaos, and faith over doubt. This has caught the attention of the heavens in a way that is rare and powerful. What you've been through, the trials you've faced, the pain you've endured, it has not gone unnoticed. You've impressed heaven. And this is the moment where everything changes. Your silent victories, the ones no one else acknowledged, have been building up to this breakthrough. Now, heaven is stepping in to recognize your faithfulness, your strength, and the divine calling that has been placed on your life. So take a moment and reflect. Know that your journey, no matter how difficult, has been preparing you for the very moment you're standing in right now. You've passed tests that others wouldn't have made it through. You've endured storms that others would have been swallowed by, but you didn't give up. And now, because of your persistence, God is about to elevate you in a way that will be undeniable to all. This is just the beginning of your divine moment. The time for your breakthrough has arrived. Your response to hardship and difficulty has not been ordinary. In fact, it has been extraordinary. When life threw challenges your way, when the weight of adversity seemed unbearable, you did not respond as most would have. Unlike many who would have allowed bitterness, anger, or revenge to cloud their hearts, you chose grace. In moments when you had every reason to let your emotions take control, when your human nature screamed for retaliation or withdrawal, you made a conscious decision to walk a different path. This is not something that happens every day. This is something that demands divine recognition. Your ability to choose love over hatred, to offer forgiveness when it seemed impossible, and to remain steadfast in faith despite your trials has set you apart in a way that catches God's attention and the attention of heaven itself. Your response to these challenges reflects a deep well of strength and divine wisdom. You have chosen to operate in a realm that few ever reach, where grace is not a reaction, but a decision, one made with intent and purpose, no matter the circumstances. This is not something that comes naturally to most, but for you, it is a reflection of your inner character. Heaven has noticed this. God has seen the quiet yet profound strength you've displayed, and this has elevated you in ways you may not fully understand yet. It is not simply about surviving hardship, but about thriving in the midst of it, with your heart remaining aligned with divine grace. What you've demonstrated in your life is not simply a reaction to life's difficulties. It is a deliberate choice that speaks volumes about your character. Many people face adversity and become hardened, cynical, or bitter. They allow the pain they endure to shape their hearts into something jagged and unyielding. But not you. You've chosen to walk through the fire and emerge refined, not scorched. You've chosen grace when it would have been easier to choose bitterness. You've chosen love when every fiber of your being was telling you to shut down and walk away. What you may not realize is that this decision is rare. It is a testimony not just of your strength, but of your spiritual maturity. There is a vast difference between enduring hardship and flourishing through it. Many people go through struggles, but few emerge from those struggles more loving, more forgiving, and more connected to their divine purpose. And it is precisely because of this divine choice you've made that God is taking notice. It's not just about surviving the trials you've faced. Anyone can survive. It's about how you've handled the struggle, how you've stayed rooted in love and forgiveness, even when the odds were against you. You are not just enduring. You are transforming. You are becoming something rare and valuable in the eyes of God. He is refining you in ways that the world may not understand, but which heaven recognizes. This transformation is not easy. It has cost you something. But what you are becoming is priceless. God has seen your heart in its purest form, unshaken by the hardships you've faced. He has watched you in the quiet moments when no one else was around, and He's seen the quiet acts of grace you have shown. These moments may not have been acknowledged by those around you, but heaven has been taking notes. And now, your moment is coming. Your time to shine, your time to rise. What you have demonstrated is something that catches the attention of not just earthly people, but the heavenly realm. In fact, you've demonstrated a level of spiritual maturity that doesn't go unnoticed by God's most trusted angels. Just as the Bible tells us that angels long to look into the things of God. 1 Peter 1:12, your actions have stirred even the heavenly hosts to take notice. Your ability to respond with grace, integrity, and love has set you apart, and in the divine courts, your case has been reviewed and acknowledged. Archangel Michael himself has paused in his duties to take note of the extraordinary way in which you've handled life's trials. This is no small matter. It is a recognition that transcends earthly understanding. What this means for you is that you are now standing at the precipice of something much bigger than you can see right now. You are entering a season of divine favor and breakthrough. The challenges you've faced, the struggles you've overcome, and the grace you've extended to others have all been preparing you for what is coming next. Heaven has taken notice, and your breakthrough is now in motion. The doors that have been closed to you will begin to open. The people who doubted you, who thought you would never make it, will see your rise. But more importantly, you will see God's hand moving in ways that were previously unimaginable. Your life is not just a collection of random events and hardships. It is a divine narrative, one that God has been writing with great care and intention. Everything you've been through has been preparing you for the moment when your purpose will fully unfold. You have already made it through the hard part. The next chapter is not about surviving the storm. It's about walking confidently into the victory God has prepared for you. You are entering a season where your resilience, your grace, and your spiritual maturity will serve as the foundation for everything God has in store for you. God has always been with you, but now you are stepping into a new level of divine partnership. Your response to life's challenges has aligned you with God's perfect timing. Now, as you step forward, you will not be walking alone. The same grace that you have extended to others will now be extended to you. The same love that you have shown even when it seemed unappreciated will now be poured back into your life in abundant ways. You will not just receive what you need for yourself, but you will also be equipped to help others to carry them through their own struggles with the same love and grace you have shown. The power of your choices is profound. When you choose grace, you are not just choosing to be a better person. In the moment, you are setting the stage for the future God is creating for you. Your faithfulness, your integrity, and your ability to choose love over hatred will bear fruit in ways you can't even yet imagine. God is about to elevate you, and the spiritual authority you have gained through your trials will now be put to use in greater ways. You are not just a survivor, you are a conqueror. You are being prepared for leadership, for influence, and for a role that will impact not just your life, but the lives of others around you. The character you have developed will now be the cornerstone on which God will build something incredible in and through you. You are being positioned for greatness, and the recognition from heaven is just the beginning. God has prepared you, refined you, and equipped you for this moment. The time to step into your purpose is now. So, as you move forward, remember that you are not walking alone. The same grace, the same love, the same strength that has carried you this far will continue to guide you as you enter this new chapter of your life. You are ready. Heaven has recognized your journey, and now it's time to walk in the fullness of everything God has prepared for you. You have been chosen, and now the world will see what God can do through someone who chooses grace in the face of adversity. There is a story in the Bible that mirrors your journey, Joseph's story. Joseph endured immense hardship. He was betrayed by his brothers, sold into slavery, falsely accused, and thrown into prison. He had every reason to turn bitter and respond with anger. His circumstances were unbearable at times, yet Joseph chose to respond with integrity and grace. Even when he was in the pit, even when he was forgotten in prison, Joseph remained steadfast in his faith and never allowed his circumstances to define him. His heart, unlike many, was not hardened by the blows life had dealt him. He chose to serve others, to forgive, and to trust in God's timing. And just like Joseph, your choices in the face of adversity are not just reactions. They are deliberate decisions to align yourself with God's will. When the world expected you to crumble, you rose with grace. When people tried to break you, you chose forgiveness. Just as Joseph's integrity and grace eventually led him to a position of authority and divine favor, your response to hardship is positioning you for a breakthrough. Like Joseph, your obedience in the silent moments, your integrity in the unseen struggles, is preparing you for an elevation that only God can orchestrate. Joseph's journey is one of resilience, and it's an example of how God works in the unseen, using life's trials to shape his chosen ones for something greater. Despite everything Joseph endured, God had a purpose in every moment. From the pit to the palace, every step of Joseph's life was part of a divine plan. The betrayals, the rejection, the false accusations, and even the long years in prison were not wasted. They were the very things that prepared him for the destiny God had planned for him. In the same way, your struggles have not been in vain. They have been preparing you for a divine promotion, a breakthrough, and a position of influence that will not only bless your life, but also the lives of those around you. What Joseph didn't know when he was in the pit or the prison was that each painful moment was molding him into a leader who would one day save nations. Similarly, you might not see the fullness of God's plan yet, but the trials you have faced are setting the stage for something far greater. Your ability to stay steadfast, to hold on to your integrity when life has been unfair, and to choose grace over bitterness is what sets you apart. God is using these trials to refine your character and to prepare you for the weight of the blessings that are coming. Your story is similar to Joseph's in that you have been through hard seasons and yet you are still standing. Not only are you still standing, but you are rising. Your choices in the face of hardship have positioned you for a divine release. Like Joseph, who was elevated to a position of great authority and influence, you too will be raised up to fulfill a purpose that only you are uniquely qualified for. But God's timing is perfect, and just as Joseph had to wait for the right moment, so too must you continue to trust in His perfect timing. God is aligning everything in your life for a reason. Even when it feels like things are moving slowly, or when it seems like your prayers are going unanswered, know that God is at work behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail. Joseph didn't know that his time in the prison was actually preparation for the palace. He didn't understand that the pain he was enduring was shaping him into a man of wisdom, a man who would eventually lead with compassion and integrity. Similarly, your pain, your trials, and your waiting are not in vain. God is preparing you to lead to influence and to make a lasting impact on the world around you. Your ability to choose grace to forgive and to stay faithful in the midst of hardship will become the foundation for the favor and blessing that are about to come into your life. God is using this time of waiting and refining to equip you for something far greater than you could have ever imagined. The breakthrough is coming, and when it comes, it will be undeniable. Just as Joseph's elevation to leadership was a divine shift that no one saw coming, your breakthrough will be a moment that catches everyone by surprise. Those who doubted you, who overlooked you, who thought you would never make it, will see the hand of God upon your life. Your rise will not just be for your own benefit, but for the benefit of many. Just as Joseph's promotion allowed him to save countless lives, your rise will position you to be a blessing to others. You will be able to reach people-influenced situations and bring healing and hope to places that desperately need it. But the key to stepping into this divine breakthrough is to continue trusting God even when you can't see the full picture. Just like Joseph, who couldn't see his promotion coming while he was in prison, you may not see the full scope of what God is doing in your life right now. However, trust that His plan is always greater than yours. He is positioning you for a purpose that is beyond what you can comprehend at this moment. In the same way that Joseph's story unfolded in God's perfect timing, so too will yours. When the time is right, the doors will open and the blessings will come flooding in. You will step into the fullness of your purpose and destiny, and you will look back on everything you've endured and see how each moment was part of God's greater plan for your life. But just as Joseph had to remain faithful and obedient throughout his trials, so must you. God is preparing you for greatness, and your ability to remain steadfast in your faith, to trust in His timing, and to continue making choices that align with His will is what will set you up for the breakthrough that is coming. Your faithfulness in the secret moments will lead to your promotion in the open moments. What God has been working in you privately, He will soon reveal publicly. This is your moment. Like Joseph, you have been tested, refined, and prepared. Now you are ready for what God has in store for you. The breakthrough is coming, and when it arrives, it will be a testimony to the world of God's faithfulness, His provision, and His perfect timing. Trust that you are right where you need to be. Continue to choose grace. Continue to trust God's plan, and know that the favor and blessing that are coming will far exceed anything you could have ever imagined. You are entering into a season of divine elevation. Step into it with confidence, knowing that God has been preparing you for such a time as this. Your actions, your heart, and your ability to choose grace under fire were so rare, so impactful, that it caused a celestial pause. This is not something that happens often, but when you chose grace instead of bitterness, when you responded to your enemies with love instead of retaliation, the response was immediate. This rare and powerful display of divine character caught the attention of none other than Archangel Michael himself, the commander of heavenly armies. Imagine the scene. Archangel Michael, who is responsible for overseeing cosmic battles and celestial assignments, paused in his duties to review your case. This does not happen for just anyone. When your situation was brought before him, he took time away from his duties, tasks of great importance in the spiritual realm, to focus on what you had demonstrated. Why? Because what you showed in your most difficult moment was so exceptional that it warranted a review from the highest celestial authority. This pause was not a random event. It was a divine recognition of your heart and your actions. Michael, who has witnessed countless acts of faith and divine favor, saw in you something rare and extraordinary. He saw a soul who, despite immense struggle, chose to operate in divine grace. That decision alone triggered a shift in the spiritual realm. Your ability to respond in such a way was not just a moral choice. It was a spiritual act that impacted both the seen and unseen realms. Your character, refined in the crucible of hardship, was worthy of divine recognition, and this moment was not overlooked by heaven. The recognition of your response wasn't just about the act itself, but the depth of its impact. Archangel Michael, who oversees the battles of the heavenly realms, understood that your choice of grace was not just an ordinary act. It was a reflection of divine strength operating through you, a rare and powerful alignment between heaven and earth. Your choice did not just turn the tide of your situation, but it resonated through the spiritual dimensions, reaching the highest realms of authority. When Michael paused to review your case, it wasn't just an acknowledgement of your actions. It was an endorsement of the divine nature within you. In the celestial courts, actions like yours are not only seen, but studied, because they represent a higher frequency of spiritual operation that transcends normal human responses. Most people in the face of betrayal, hurt, or injustice respond with anger, bitterness, or revenge. It's a natural response for the human heart to want to fight back or protect itself in the face of pain. But you chose a different path. You chose to respond with grace, something that is not of this world. This act of grace was a profound display of God's love working through you. It was not just about surviving the storm, but about demonstrating the power of God's Spirit within you, which gave you the strength to rise above the circumstances. Michael recognized this as something extraordinary. In a world that often rewards self-preservation, you chose to operate from a place of selflessness and love. You did not let the enemy's attacks define you or dictate your response. You chose to reflect the nature of God, who loved his enemies and prayed for those who persecuted him. And because of that, the heavens paused in admiration. This moment of divine recognition is not just a one-time event. It is a permanent mark on your spiritual identity. Michael's recognition means that heaven has noted your actions. This level of spiritual maturity and grace is not overlooked. Your case was escalated because what you demonstrated was so rare and so powerful that it required divine attention. You are now seen in the eyes of heaven as someone who operates with divine authority and grace. But this recognition is not just about validation, it is about preparation. Your response has proven that you are ready for the next level. Just as Joseph's life was marked by divine favor after his hardship, your life is being marked by divine acceleration. Heaven has seen your growth, your resilience, and your unwavering trust in God, even when the road was difficult. Now, just as Joseph was positioned to rise in power after enduring hardship, so are you being positioned for the next phase of your destiny. The favor you've received is not just for your personal benefit, it is a positioning for the greater plan that God has for you. The doors that have been closed, the situations that seemed impossible are now opening. This moment is not just about you receiving blessings, but about stepping into a greater purpose that will impact those around you. Your ability to forgive, to choose grace, and to remain aligned with God's will in the most difficult circumstances has paved the way for an elevation that will not only bless you, but also the people and circumstances around you. Archangel Michael's pause is symbolic of what is about to unfold in your life. You have reached a turning point, and everything that has been building in the spiritual realm is now aligning with your physical reality. You are about to walk into a season of accelerated blessings, divine favor, and spiritual growth. Heaven has seen the depth of your character, and you are now ready to receive what God has prepared for you. This season of recognition will not be without challenges, but the difference now is that you are no longer operating alone. The spiritual support you have from the heavenly realms is stronger than ever. You have already demonstrated your ability to respond with grace under fire, and that will continue to empower you to face whatever comes next. Your role in this divine plan has been affirmed, and you are about to step into the fullness of what God has been preparing for you. What you've been through has not been in vain. The waiting, the silence, the trials, they were all part of the divine process that has refined you for this moment. And now that you've been recognized by heaven, everything is about to shift. The doors that once seemed locked are now opening. The opportunities that seemed far off are now within your grasp. Your life is about to move forward with divine acceleration, and you are ready to step into your next season with the confidence that heaven is backing you every step of the way. Remember, this is not a one-time validation. This is a mark of divine favor that will continue to unfold in your life as you remain faithful to the path God has set before you. Keep your heart aligned with His continue to choose grace, and know that heaven is actively working on your behalf. Your actions have been noted, and now the spiritual realm is working to bring about the promises God has for you. Your breakthrough is here. Keep moving forward with faith and trust in God's perfect timing. You are ready for the next step. What you demonstrated is not just ordinary human behavior. It is what we call a transcendent response. In the face of hardship, when most people would have reacted with anger, bitterness, or even revenge, you chose love, grace, and forgiveness. This is not something you can find often in the world around you. The world teaches us to fight back, to stand up for ourselves, to get even when wronged. But you chosen one have chosen the path less traveled, the path of grace. When life tested you, you responded in a way that transcended natural human reactions. You rose above the hurt, above the pain, and above the circumstances to embody the highest form of love and forgiveness. In doing so, you not only demonstrated spiritual maturity, but you also created a powerful spiritual shift. This kind of response goes beyond the ordinary. It impacts the very fabric of the spiritual realm. Your actions reverberated across dimensions that most people cannot even comprehend. The light you demonstrated has touched the highest of celestial beings, drawing their attention. Your actions have broken the mold of what is typical for humans and proven that you are capable of responding with divinity itself. You did not just survive your hardship, you rose above it, and in doing so, you demonstrated a rare and powerful form of spiritual warfare. You fought with love, and that is a fight that no darkness can overcome. This transcendent response has set you apart as someone truly extraordinary in the eyes of heaven. Your choice to act with grace in the face of pain has elevated you spiritually in ways that most cannot fathom. It is not just about enduring the hardships you faced, but about how you responded to them. In choosing to fight with love instead of bitterness, you have broken the typical patterns that govern human reaction. You did not succumb to the pressures of your circumstances or let them define you. Instead, you allowed the deepest parts of your being, your spirit, to guide your actions, and in doing so, you not only showed immense spiritual maturity, but also created ripples of divine change. The magnitude of your response has reached beyond earthly limits. It has crossed into realms that are far beyond human perception. And that's where your transcendent nature has become evident. Angels, divine beings, and celestial forces who operate on a higher plane of existence took note of your actions. You may not realize it, but heaven has been watching not just your struggles, but your triumphs in response to those struggles. When you chose to rise above the hurt and extend grace, a divine mark was placed on you. This moment of divine recognition is not fleeting. Heaven took notice, not just because of one isolated instance of grace, but because this has become your way of living, your mode of operation. It wasn't a one-time choice in a moment of desperation. It has become part of who you are. This is what makes your response so rare and so valuable in the spiritual realm. Most people, when faced with adversity, fight to protect themselves, to defend their honor, and to prove their point. But you chose to walk a higher path, one that speaks volumes about your character and the divine calling on your life. Your response is not just a reflection of your strength, but also of your divine connection. It is as if, in that very moment, heaven stepped closer to you, applauding your actions. There is a sacred energy that surrounds you now, one that draws people in, one that speaks of a power greater than anything the world can offer. This transcendent response has now marked you with divine favor that will follow you for the rest of your life. The heavenly beings that witness this moment are not just passive observers. They understand the significance of what you have done. Archangels, divine messengers, and even the most powerful spiritual entities operate with a deep understanding of what it takes to align with God's will. They know that when someone chooses grace over revenge, love over hate, forgiveness over bitterness, it is not just a human act, it is a divine act. You have, in essence, demonstrated the power of God's nature in the human form, and that is what makes your actions so extraordinary. Now, the impact of your transcendent response will begin to unfold in even greater ways. Just like a stone dropped in water creates ripples that spread far beyond the point of impact, your act of grace will continue to have far-reaching effects. It is not just your immediate surroundings that will feel this change, but the world at large. You have created a shift, a change in the spiritual atmosphere that will alter the course of your life and the lives of those you touch. Your spiritual warfare is not about battling physical enemies. It's about fighting the spiritual forces that seek to keep you from your true purpose. And the weapon you've wielded, grace, is more powerful than any sword, any shield, any defense. It has allowed you to transcend the enemy's plans for your life and step into the fullness of your divine calling. You have taken what was meant to destroy you, and instead, you have used it to elevate you. The pain, the betrayal, the wounds, they have become the very things that refine your character and strengthen your spiritual authority. In a world that celebrates vengeance, pride, and self-preservation, your choice to respond with love and grace has set you apart as someone who operates in divine alignment. This decision has created a space for you to walk in a higher level of authority, and it will allow you to move forward into your purpose with clarity and confidence. Your transcendent response has opened doors that would have remained closed had you chosen the path of bitterness or revenge. This moment, this divine recognition, is a turning point for you. You are no longer simply enduring the trials of life, you are mastering them. You are not merely surviving, you are thriving. And the beauty of this is that you are thriving through your connection to God's grace. You have learned to operate in a spiritual realm that few have access to. And because of this, the heavens are now preparing to unfold even greater blessings in your life. You are moving into a season where your choices will continue to align with divine will, where your actions will be blessed with favor, and where the spiritual authority you have gained will be recognized. As a result, your life will become a testimony to others. People will see the difference in you. They will recognize the power of grace in your actions, and they will wonder what has changed. The peace you carry, the strength you embody, and the favor that surrounds you will speak volumes about the power of choosing grace over hate, love over bitterness. You will become a beacon of light in a dark world, showing others that it is possible to rise above the challenges and walk in divine alignment with God's will. In the days to come, you will see the fruit of your transcendent response. The trials you have faced, the moments of pain, the times you felt like giving up, all of these have prepared you for this season of favor. What you thought was breaking you is actually building you. What you thought was holding you back is positioning you for greater things. Your response to adversity has aligned you with the divine purpose for your life. And now, you are about to step into the fullness of your destiny. So, continue to walk in this grace. Continue to choose love, peace, and forgiveness in the face of adversity. Your divine response has set you apart, and the world is about to see the powerful fruit of your obedience. You have entered into a season where the favor of God will follow you wherever you go, and your life will serve as a testimony to His power, His grace, and His love. Keep moving forward with confidence, knowing that your transcendent response has elevated you to a place of divine favor and spiritual authority. You are ready for what is coming next. Your transcendent response has not gone unnoticed. In fact, it's so rare and impactful that it caused a celestial pause. Archangel Michael, who is responsible for overseeing the most critical spiritual battles, was surprised and deeply impressed by your unwavering faith and strength. Imagine this Archangel Michael, the commander of heavenly armies who is constantly engaged in celestial warfare, had to stop and take time to review your case. This doesn't happen often. Michael is used to seeing countless acts of faith, but what you demonstrated, choosing grace over vengeance, forgiveness over anger, was something extraordinary. It wasn't just a casual recognition. Michael took the unusual step of escalating your case to higher levels of celestial review. When something rare and powerful happens, it draws the attention of the highest authorities. Your case was reviewed because you demonstrated something that is so incredibly rare. You responded to spiritual warfare, not with hostility, but with divine grace. And this caught the attention of heaven in such a way that it warranted divine evaluation. This is no ordinary recognition. It is an acknowledgement that you have risen to a higher level of spiritual operation. Your actions have not only impressed the highest authorities in the heavenly realms, but have also marked you as someone capable of operating at an extraordinary level of spiritual maturity. This type of divine recognition is rare. Heaven does not often pause to review human cases unless something truly exceptional is demonstrated. What you have done is significant. The fact that Archangel Michael himself took the time to assess your case shows that you are operating in a rare space, one that is beyond the natural and rooted deeply in the divine. You may not have fully realized the weight of your decisions during those difficult moments, but heaven has been watching. When you chose grace instead of bitterness, forgiveness instead of revenge, you transcended the ordinary human response. You broke the cycle of reactivity that so many fall into when faced with adversity. You did not allow your circumstances to dictate your character. Instead, you allowed the divine nature within you to shine through, and that made a powerful impact. The celestial pause was not just a formality. It was a sign that something in your spirit was being recognized on a level that very few humans experience. Archangel Michael, who commands vast armies in the spiritual realm, could have been focused on larger battles or matters of greater scope, but your actions demanded his attention. This speaks volumes about your spiritual standing. It's a recognition that what you've been through, how you've handled your trials, and how you've responded with integrity and love in the face of adversity has elevated you in the eyes of heaven. What does this mean for you moving forward? It means that your spiritual status has been upgraded. You are no longer in the same place you were before. God has seen your response to adversity, and the heavens have taken note. This new level of recognition comes with spiritual authority and divine favor. The same grace you extended to others will now be extended to you. This is your time of elevation, where doors that were once closed will begin to open in ways you never expected. Opportunities that were once just beyond your reach are now coming into view. Moreover, this divine evaluation is not just about your past actions, it is about your future. The favor and attention you've garnered from heaven are positioning you for something far greater than you can imagine. The higher celestial review of your case has set in motion blessings, assignments, and opportunities that align with your divine purpose. You have been chosen for a significant role, and the heavenly forces are rallying behind you to ensure that you step into that purpose with full force. This recognition is not just about acknowledgement, it's about activation. Your actions have triggered a shift in the spiritual realm. What was once dormant is now coming to life. The spiritual momentum you've created by choosing grace has set the stage for divine breakthroughs. You are entering a new season of favor and empowerment. Every area of your life is about to experience acceleration. Doors will open, relationships will shift, and the things you've been waiting for are coming to fruition. But it's not just about receiving blessings, it's about the impact you will have on others. The example you've set, choosing grace over anger, love over bitterness, will become a beacon for others. People around you will begin to recognize the power of your choices and will be inspired by your ability to rise above life's challenges with integrity. You will be positioned as a leader, not through force or manipulation, but through the example you set of how to navigate the complexities of life with divine wisdom. As you continue to move forward, remember that the favor and attention you have received from heaven are not for you alone. You have been chosen for a purpose that goes beyond yourself. The favor you are walking in now is meant to bless others, to uplift those around you, and to bring light to dark places. You are not just stepping into a season of personal breakthrough. You are being equipped to impact the world around you in powerful ways. This is your moment. Just as Archangel Michael paused to assess your case and recognize the divine grace within you, so too is heaven aligning everything in your life to prepare you for what comes next. You are being entrusted with a great responsibility. The heavenly forces are behind you, supporting you and guiding you every step of the way. Embrace this season of divine favor and step forward into your calling with confidence and trust. The world is waiting for what you have to offer, and heaven has already paved the way. Your time has come, and the impact you will make is beyond anything you have imagined. This is only the beginning of your journey. What you've been through, what you've endured, has positioned you for this moment. And now that you've been recognized in the spiritual realm, you are about to see a shift in the natural realm as well. Get ready for divine favor, divine breakthroughs, and divine appointments. The heavens are watching, and they are cheering you on as you step into your destiny. Your actions have not gone unnoticed. You are a soul set apart for greatness, and heaven is ready to release everything it has been preparing for you. Trust that God is with you every step of the way. You are not alone in this journey. Heaven is walking with you, and it is time to move forward with confidence, grace, and purpose. This is your moment to shine. This is your time to step into the fullness of your divine calling. As a result of your extraordinary actions, you have been granted a new classification. In the spiritual realm, you are now recognized as a demonstrated warrior of light. This classification is not just a title. It is a spiritual status that signifies your proven ability to operate in the realm of spiritual warfare, but with a divine twist. You have shown that you are not just capable of fighting battles, anyone can do that, but you've demonstrated an ability to fight with grace, love, and mercy, which is what makes you so rare and so highly valued in the spiritual realms. This new classification signifies that you've proven yourself not just by surviving, but by responding in the most divine way possible. You have mastered the art of spiritual warfare that doesn't rely on anger or retribution, but on peace, love, and divine strength. As a demonstrated warrior of light, you will now be entrusted with a higher level of authority, responsibility, and divine favor. You are no longer just a warrior in the traditional sense. You are a warrior who embodies light, whose very presence shifts the atmosphere around you. This new status means that you will be entrusted with more power, more influence, and more opportunities to bring light into the darkness. You will not only face challenges with courage, but with the divine backing of heaven itself. Your ability to stay aligned with divine grace under pressure has positioned you for an even greater purpose, and heaven is now preparing you for the next chapter in your journey. The light you carry has been recognized, and your role in the spiritual realm is now firmly established. As a demonstrated warrior of light, you are a living testimony of how divine love and grace can transcend every obstacle and victory. The spiritual forces of heaven are now more focused on you than ever before, ready to support you in every way as you walk boldly into your calling. You are more than ready to rise, and heaven is with you every step of the way. As a demonstrated warrior of light, you are stepping into a season of divine empowerment where your every move, every action, and every decision carries significant weight in both the spiritual and natural realms. The recognition you have received from heaven is not just a title, it's a reflection of your inner transformation, your unwavering faith, and your commitment to living in alignment with divine truth. This is a moment when heaven has not only taken notice of you, but has actively marked you for greater responsibility and greater influence. Being a warrior of light means that your spiritual presence is felt in every environment you enter. You are not just a passive observer, you are a catalyst for change, peace, and divine transformation. You have been entrusted with the ability to bring clarity where there was confusion, hope where there was despair, and light where there was darkness. Your actions, Your words and your very existence now serve as a beacon of divine truth and love in a world that desperately needs it. The title of Warrior of Light is significant because it carries with it the weight of spiritual responsibility. As a warrior of light, you are called to fight battles, but not with the tools that the world uses. You fight not with fists or weapons, but with grace, integrity, and love. Your victories will not always be flashy or dramatic, but they will be deeply impactful. You will defeat darkness, not through anger or violence, but by radiating the very light of God, by walking in the power of the Holy Spirit, and by operating in the authority that has been given to you as a chosen one. This is the type of warfare that the world cannot comprehend, but it is the most powerful kind of warfare there is. As a demonstrated warrior of light, you will find that doors begin to open in unexpected ways. Opportunities for influence, leadership, and impact will arise, and you will be prepared to step into them. The favor of God that has been bestowed upon you will cause things to align in your favor in ways that don't make sense in the natural realm. People will be drawn to you because they see something different in you, something that they cannot explain, but that they know they need. You will become a source of strength, wisdom, and guidance for others, all while maintaining your humility and dedication to serving God. This new spiritual status also comes with divine protection. As a warrior of light, you are surrounded by heavenly forces that will protect you from the attacks of the enemy. You will face challenges, yes, but with the knowledge that God's hand is upon you, you will walk through those challenges with confidence. Your light will serve as a shield, and the enemy will not be able to stand against you. When you walk in alignment with God's will, nothing can harm you or deter you from your purpose. You are more than equipped to face any spiritual battles that come your way. Heaven's recognition of you also means that your prayers will be powerful and effective. As a demonstrated warrior of light, you have the authority to call upon God's power in the face of any opposition. Your prayers will be a force that shakes the heavens and moves mountains. The spiritual realm will respond to your voice because you have proven yourself faithful in every season. God has entrusted you with His power, and you are walking in the full weight of that responsibility. It is important to remember that this new status is not about you. It is about God's purpose for your life. You have been chosen and prepared to walk in this role because of your faithfulness, your ability to choose light over darkness, and your commitment to being a vessel for God's glory. This is not a time for pride or self-exaltation. The title of Warrior of Light is not a personal accolade, but rather a tool that God is using to further His kingdom on earth. It is a reminder that you are part of something much bigger than yourself. Now is the time to step boldly into the next phase of your calling. The world needs your light, your wisdom, and your love. The time for hesitation is over. You have been equipped, empowered, and positioned for greatness, and heaven is waiting for you to step into your divine purpose. This is your moment to rise to embrace the warrior within you and to walk confidently in the authority God has given you. You are ready, and heaven is with you every step of the way. As a demonstrated warrior of light, your influence will be felt far beyond what you can see in the natural. Your presence will shift atmospheres. Your words will inspire action, and your life will serve as a testimony of what is possible when we choose to walk in the light of God's love. This is the beginning of a new chapter in your life, one where you will see the fulfillment of God's promises and the manifestation of His divine favor in ways you never imagined. Step forward with courage, knowing that the light of God is within you and that no darkness can overcome you. You are a demonstrated warrior of light, and this is just the beginning of your divine journey. The best is yet to come. As a demonstrated warrior of light, you have now entered a season of accelerated fulfillment, where everything you've been waiting for is about to manifest, but much faster than expected. This is not just an ordinary season of blessings, it's a divine acceleration. Because of your consistent faithfulness, your unyielding choice to operate in grace, love, and integrity, God is shifting the timelines in your favor. Blessings that were once scheduled for a later time are now being moved up, and opportunities that seemed far off are suddenly within your reach. You've been through the refining process, and God has seen your heart, your consistency, and your willingness to trust Him, even when the journey felt uncertain. Your maturity in handling the challenges life has thrown at you has demonstrated that you are now spiritually equipped to receive the blessings that were once held in reserve for you. God's timing is never random, but because of your obedience and the way you've handled the storms of life, He is speeding up the process. What would have taken years to unfold is now accelerating. Doors that were once closed are opening with ease, and everything that has been out of reach is coming closer. But this acceleration is not just about receiving material blessings. It's about the fulfillment of your divine purpose. It's about stepping into the full extent of your calling. This moment is one of divine favor, where God is moving in ways that will leave you astounded by His goodness and faithfulness. It's not just about what you receive, it's about who you are becoming. This accelerated season is designed to propel you into the future God has for you, greater, faster, and more impactful than ever before. As you enter this new season of accelerated breakthroughs, trust that God is not just bringing you the things you've prayed for. He is bringing you closer to His divine will for your life, aligning every detail with your purpose. Every breakthrough is a sign that you are walking in alignment with God's plan. The blessings you are about to receive are not just for you. They are for the people whose lives you will touch, the relationships you will build, and the communities you will serve. The work that God is doing in your life is not just for your personal gain, but for His glory and the advancement of His kingdom. With this acceleration comes, just as God has been moving in your life, He has been working in the background to remove what no longer serves your purpose. This is not a passive process. It's an active realignment that is happening in your life. God is shifting your environment, moving people in and out of your life, and making space for what truly matters. Those relationships that have been holding you back, those toxic environments that have been draining your energy, and those limiting situations that have kept you stuck, God is clearing them away. He is actively reshaping your life, realigning you with your true purpose. The people who were once obstacles in your path will no longer have the power to hinder you. Situations that were obstacles to your progress are being turned into opportunities. You may have noticed that certain people or situations are beginning to fade away, and that's not by accident. Heaven is making space for what you need to fulfill your destiny. The relationships, opportunities, and resources that align with your purpose are being brought into your life, while everything that does not serve God's plan for you is being removed. This divine reorganization is necessary for you to step into the fullness of your calling. God is clearing away distractions, making way for what is next. The obstacles that have been in your way are being dismantled, and you are being set up for success in every area of your life. This is a time of divine pruning, but it is also a time of divine restoration. God is restoring what the enemy tried to steal, and He is preparing you for the next chapter in your journey. You may have experienced seasons where things felt like they were out of your control, but now God is stepping in and actively removing barriers. It's not just about what you've been through, it's about what you're being positioned for. God is making sure that you are in the right place at the right time with the right people. Everything that has been out of sync is now being brought into alignment with His will for your life. This is the most important part of this message, your next steps. Now that the stage has been set, now that the divine acceleration and reorganization have taken place, it is time for you to step into your destiny. Your journey is no longer about waiting for things to change. It's about moving forward with the confidence that God is already with you and has already paved the way. Take action now. Don't hesitate or overthink it. The time for action is now. You have been prepared for this moment. Your spiritual growth, your perseverance, and your faithfulness have brought you to this point. Now, it's time to step into what you've been called to do. God's favor is upon you, and He is waiting for you to move. It's time to take bold steps forward and trust that He will provide the clarity and provision you need along the way. Don't wait for things to be perfect. Don't wait for all the pieces to fall into place. The timing is now. Your participation in God's plan is crucial. You have been aligned with divine purpose, and now it's time to walk in it. Take the first step today, whether that means stepping out into new opportunities, reaching out to new relationships, or embracing a new role in your purpose. Move forward with confidence. God has already gone ahead of you, and His provision is already in place. He will provide everything you need, but you must take the first step in faith. Remember, this is a partnership with God. His divine power is at work, but your willingness to act is just as important. This is the moment of alignment. Step forward with courage, trust, and a heart full of gratitude. Embrace the new opportunities and challenges that come your way, knowing that God is preparing you for greatness. This is not just the beginning of a new season. It's the beginning of a new chapter in your divine purpose. Your journey is unfolding, and with God leading you, nothing will be impossible. Keep moving forward in faith and watch as He brings everything together in perfect timing. Chosen one, it's time for you to step fully into the reality of your calling. The journey you are on is no accident, and everything you've endured has led you to this pivotal moment. God has been preparing you in ways you may not even fully comprehend yet, but now is the time to recognize that you are a part of something much larger than yourself. Your divine purpose is unfolding, and God's hand is upon your life in ways that will soon become abundantly clear. You are not alone on this journey. God has never left your side, even in the moments when you felt abandoned or overlooked. His presence has been with you in every season, guiding you, shaping you, and leading you toward the path of greatness that has always been His plan for you. The challenges you faced have only refined you. And now, as you step into the fullness of your calling, you will begin to see why every struggle, every delay, and every moment of waiting was necessary. God is aligning you with His divine will, and as you step forward, you will witness His promises come to fruition. The blessings, the opportunities, and the breakthroughs that have been stored up for you are ready to be released. You are stepping into a season of accelerated favor, and every step you take from here will be guided by His loving hand. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, and that His timing is perfect. Now is the moment to declare your readiness. If you feel that stirring in your spirit, if you sense that something has shifted within you, I encourage you to take a step of faith. I invite you to type 777 in the comments as a prophetic sign of your alignment with God's will for your life. This declaration is not just a word. It's a powerful affirmation that you are ready to walk in the fullness of your purpose, trusting that God's plan is unfolding before you. Your participation is essential. When you engage with this message, by liking, commenting, and subscribing, You are not only affirming your commitment to your divine purpose, but you are also helping this message reach others who need encouragement and guidance. By sharing your declaration, you are joining a community of believers who are standing together in faith, trusting in God's timing and His plan for our lives. Let's conclude this moment with a prayer, a reminder of the divine significance of your life, and an encouragement to continue moving forward with unwavering faith and trust in God's perfect timing. Heavenly Father, we come before you today, grateful for your guidance, your provision, and your love. We thank you for the listener who is reading these words right now. We thank you for their divine calling, for the purpose you have placed on their life, and for the journey you have led them through. We know that they are not here by chance, but by your divine plan. Lord, we affirm that the silence, the waiting, and the struggles have all been part of your preparation for what is to come. We thank you for the strength, resilience, and faith you have instilled in them. We thank you for the transformation that has taken place and for the breakthrough that is unfolding right now. We declare that they are ready to step into the fullness of their purpose. We ask that you continue to guide their steps, provide them with the wisdom and clarity they need, and surround them with your protection and favor. May they walk forward with courage, knowing that you are with them every step of the way. Lord, we ask for divine alignment for clarity in every decision and for the faith to move forward without hesitation. We know that you have great things in store for them, and we trust that your plan will be revealed in perfect timing. May their heart remain steadfast in your will, and may they continue to be a light in this world, reflecting your love and grace to everyone they encounter. Thank you for reminding them of their significance in your kingdom. We praise you for the work you are doing in their life, and we declare that no weapon formed against them shall prosper. They are more than conquerors, and your love and favor will guide them into the next chapter of their destiny. In the mighty name of Jesus, we pray, Amen. Chosen one, I want you to walk forward with confidence. The best is yet to come, and everything you've been through has been preparing you for this moment. Trust in God's perfect timing and know that He is with you every step of the way. The doors that have been closed will open, and you are about to step into the divine breakthrough that has been set aside for you. Keep walking in faith and trust that God's plans for you are greater than anything you can imagine. Now, as you move forward, remember that you are never alone. You are part of a divine plan that is unfolding in perfect timing, and your role in it is essential. Embrace the calling that has been placed on your life and continue to move forward in faith and trust. And as always, remember, you are chosen, you are loved, and you are destined for greatness. Step into it with confidence, knowing that the best is yet to come.